Cancer, 16 rounds of chemotherapy, multiple surgeries, feeling alone, feeling isolated. Those are the things that I felt while I was going through cancer. Those are the things that someone is feeling today. One Tough Cookie is here to help.
And we are back. That's right. Two guys talking about things, talking to people, talking about things. You know, those things. You know what I'm talking about? The things.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. That's
I
exactly
didn't see nothing.
why.
I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah,
Who are
well, you know, that's because you're from the Bronx. You know, we have selective hearing. You know, come from the Bronx, you don't hear nothing, you don't see nothing.
And you
All
don't tell
you
nothing.
do is sit back and watch. Okay, action. There we go. Well, it's Phil and Oscar again, looking to introduce you to one of the most interesting people I've met in a while. And
right
you guys want to meet her too. I don't know. I don't think you're as interesting as who we're about to introduce.
Okay.
You know
what? That's true.
Even though you are interesting, Oscar, nobody knows the story about you and Santa Claus, but I'm going to tell that story another time too. You know, you guys are related, right?
According to you, I stole his beard hair to make my my wig over here.
Hey, I didn't want to tell everybody that. I wasn't trying to expose your secret, man. That was not my goal. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. But
we don't talk about hair and we don't talk about muffins. So that's it.
We don't talk about muffins. We don't talk about Santa Claus's hair. This is a taboo for our show. But I'm glad to be here. Glad to have you guys watching. Today we have Melinda Brown, and she's going to tell us some secrets of travel and what she does. Man, it's going to be a great show. Those of you who haven't traveled in a while since COVID hit, you're going to want to watch this show because she's going to tell you how to save and all the great stuff that comes with traveling. My personal goal is to go to Greece. I want to go to Greece because, Venice. It's like Venice, where they're that floating city where, you have the little boats that go from, boat taxis, things like that. Man, I've always thought that was so interesting.
You want to do that? Just come to Mamaroneck when we get a big rainstorm. We got boats going down the street.
Hey, you know what? I might take you up on that. But I don't want to go in the middle of a disaster zone to do that. But let's do something first. Let's talk a little bit about what Phoenix National Network is up to right now. And I know most people aren't aware of what we do, but we're part of the Phoenix National Network. We're a program on the Phoenix National Network that is going all across the globe, literally. People everywhere watching from different parts of the world. And this is not a surprise because there are 8-point-something billion people in the world. Yeah, that's with a B. So we haven't even scratched the surface yet, But I'm grateful for everybody that supports our programs. It's wonderful. We're on Amazon. We're on Roku as an independent channel. So support us and listen to some of our programs. we're now on audio. So if you have Spotify, download the PNN station or PNN station, and you'll be able to see some of our audio work that's been done. I am telling you, there's some experiences that some of our professionals have shared that just we don't want someone to share that with you, and it's free, so you can go down there and just support us, subscribe, and hear some of the updates of what we're doing audibly. And so you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, uh, and many other podcast platforms out there. So even Amazon Audible has us as a podcasting platform. So I'm just excited to see where else I'm going to find the PNN station, thanks to those who do the work behind the scenes. All right, so now we're going to introduce our guest for this evening. It is none other than Melinda Brown. Melinda,
hey,
how you doing,
everybody.
Melinda?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Oh, it's very good to have you on our program today. Go ahead, Oscar.
Well, I just downloaded PNN on Spotify. So, all right.
Oh,
so,
took you long enough.
I didn't know we were on Spotify. Every week there's some new channel that we're on. Hello to everybody in Bangladesh, by the way. So Melinda,
yeah,
welcome
Yeah.
to the Madhouse. Real quick, who is Melinda? How did she get to where she is? Question number one.
Okay, well, I am Melinda Brown. I'm out of the Chicagoland area, and I am in travel. So a little bit about me. I'm a divorced mom of 3 adult kids, and I love to travel. So I learned how to learn the tips and tricks of the industry really totally by accident. So I'm part of a ministry. I am by day, I was in the commercial insurance industry for the last 21 years. And in our ministry, we have to go around the world. And so, in going around the world, we were looking for ways to be able to save and make money in doing that. And we knew that being on the inside of the industry, there's actually commission built into travel transactions that most people don't know is already there. And so, 7.5 years ago, God introduced us to getting into the actual travel industry. Since we've been here, oh my gosh, I have learned so many different things about travel and traveling and places to go, and kind of the tips and tricks on the industry and how to be able to really take advantage of the benefits of the industry to make and save money. That's kind of what I have learned how to do in the last 7.5 years.
All right, so I'm going to break that down. You, by necessity, needed to travel.
Yep.
You found a way to travel like you did before, but now there's money going back in your pocket for doing what you've already been doing.
Absolutely.
This is a secret that only you have and no one else can do.
It is not a secret that only I have, but it's only available for those who are in the industry. So lay travelers can't do what I do.
So you got some inside knowledge.
Absolutely. And I love to share that inside knowledge with people.
So give me one quick example of what it would cost me to go to, whatever travel website and book a flight for myself in a hotel versus doing it your way.
Interesting. So that's an interesting question. So I'll give you a perfect example. I'm trying to, on the spot, think of something that's not going to violate any insider rules. So Because if you want the insider rules, you gotta come talk to me. But perfect.
Well, just
So
give me the results, the financial
I'll give
results.
you an absolute result. I'll give you a little example. So there's this one particular resort that's in the Caribbean, and I was helping this young lady who wanted to go to that resort on a booking engine that's very commonly used by most people. That the cost of that was $2,000 just for that stay. Now, as an agent myself, I was actually able to contact that resort, get a price of $1,200 for her.
So that's
So
right there. That's $800 savings.
that was an $800 savings just in that. Because what most people don't realize is that vendors love to work with travel agents. So it's not uncommon at all for us to actually get a better price for you from a retail consumer perspective. So that's something I always recommend that people look into working with a travel agent. But what we get a chance to do from the inside is have opportunities for education. If you were going to use a travel agent, wouldn't you want that travel agent to know more about, your travel that you want to do than you do, right? Otherwise, they don't add any value to your experience. And so what we get a chance to do that late travelers don't have access to is to learn all kinds of things about travel and traveling from, each vendor has obviously their own history. They have their own products, services, destinations, ships, so on and so forth that they have to offer to clients. And so we get a chance to learn all those things in a way that, lay travelers don't get to learn. And so vendors want us to do that, build our travel portfolios. So we very often can save on our travel when we educate ourselves to be able to provide that. And so we sell them better by being educated in them, their company, their offerings. And so with this particular resort, then if I was going, I would only pay $357 for that same experience. To be
Wait a
able
minute.
to,
All right. Slow down. We go
Yeah.
from 2,000
yeah,
to 357. So we saved the 800. You thought that was cool. Now we're 357. That's a
correct.
big difference between, Joe Lunchbucket saying, I'm going to save myself a couple of bucks going on myself and not going through a travel agent. And now he just spent 2,000 as opposed to 357.
That's correct.
So every minute it just keeps getting better and better, Melinda. Keep talking.
Keep going. Yeah, and so that's really what I help people learn how to be able to do. Just that with that $1,200 quote I provided, that included a $150 commission. It's built into the price. So even as an agent, travel agents can add a fee on top for their service, but we don't have to. We're getting paid by the vendor. The vendor includes a commission in the price. So you can go do all that legwork looking at, 10 different websites to try to find travel that you think is inexpensive, but there's commission built into that already. So at the very least, from the inside of the industry, if there was no 357 option and I was just going to pay 1,200, I'm going to buy it from myself, earn the $150 commission that's built into it, so then I have a net savings there. So those are the kinds of things that I teach people. There's all kinds of things to learn, all kinds of places to go that you as lay travelers don't get to learn anything about. So if you're going to travel anyway, why wouldn't you do it from the inside of the industry and at the very least earn the commission built into what you're already going to pay or potentially save in the travel you're going to take?
So one more, make sure I get this right.
Mm-hmm.
If I book through you, there is no money coming out of my pocket.
As a consumer?
Right.
Correct. I'm not charging you a fee for booking with me.
So I'm going to go from $2,000 to $357, and you're not going to charge me anything.
Oh, no. Now, you as a consumer, I can sell you $1,200. in this particular example. So I am selling you a consumer. I can sell it to you for $1,200, and I'm going to make $150 from the vendor, not charging you $150. It's already built into the price. But if you were an agent like me, I could teach you how to go for $357. That's not a price that I can sell.
As we say in the Bronx,
Okay,
if you
so,
tell
so
that,
wait. So I want to say something. I want to say, can I be
book
your
me
best
now.
friend?
Book them down.
You can book me for 3 flights. I'm going to Venice. I'm going to Ghana, and I'm going to Bangladesh.
We got to go see the people in Bangladesh.
Yeah. So you start booking me now under your name. You know, I mean, I might have to make some changes to my features, you know, to get through. But you know, today anything can happen.
So,
Well, I'll tell you.
What do you say? What do you say, Melinda? What do you say?
I tell you, Dr. Phil, there's only one Melinda Brown thing. Well, actually, not only one Melinda Brown, but only one of me. But that doesn't stop you from being a travel agent yourself. And so for me, yeah, I own a travel agency. But you know what? Instead of making $150 from you, wouldn't it help you more to show you how to do it for $357? And if you're going to go to Venice, and I've been, you definitely need to go. It's a beautiful place. In Greece, I've been to several islands in Greece. You need to go. And so what I teach people is, you're already doing it. Why wouldn't you do it from the inside of the industry? And it's funny because people think when I say you can own your own travel agency, first thing they're thinking is how many thousands of dollars is this lady talking about, right? Well, you know what? And that's a reasonable question, because if you've ever heard of the company called Cruise Planners, Cruise Planners is an $11,000 franchise that you could buy and then you can sell cruises. American Express had a travel agency franchise model that was $10,000, and then you'd be an American Express travel agency. I actually just recently learned that at the end of last year, American Express stopped selling that travel agency franchise. And you know why? Because the trend in the industry is that people are their own travel agent. So the travel environment has been changed. And so it's not even profitable for them to sell travel agency franchises anymore. So they stopped doing it because 85% of people are booking their own travel. So if you're already a travel agent, going on all those booking engines and doing all the legwork yourself, it doesn't make any sense for you not to be on the inside of the industry. And we're not talking about 5 figures. We're talking about like a hotel room night stay is all it is going to cost you to purchase your own travel agency. So this is what I teach people. So think about it. A hotel room night stay plus $357. You maintain the active status of your agency. There are no quotas. So if you just wanted to be your own travel agent, never say a word to anybody else, and just travel the world inexpensively and earning the commissions in your own travel, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? You're talking about savings.
What about the person? What about the person that says this sounds too good to be true?
It's if they say that this sounds too good to be true, it's only because they're probably one of the 85% of people who are booking their own travel and don't know travel agents. Why do you think travel agents get into the travel business? Because they can travel the world for little or nothing. It's a lifestyle choice. Do you know travel agents first of all, the question, do you know any travel agents? If you do, ask them why they got into the
I don't.
See, and that's one of the problems that we run into. You don't know a travel agent. So since you don't know one, you don't know why they would get into travel and what the benefit is of being inside the industry. Man, if I could travel every day the rest of my life somewhere in the world inexpensively, why would I not do that? If I'm part of that 85%,
why would you not do that?
Why would you not do that? If all you know, if you're one of those 85% of people, you're traveling already because it's travel. I mean, come on, it's travel. I'm not trying to convince you to do something for your health or anything else. I'm helping you be able to do what you're going to do anyway, better and for less. So that's what I do in
So,
helping people.
as we say in the Bronx, if you
Right.
show this to someone and they said, I'm not interested, you got to really say, I really have to leave because this kind of stupid could be contagious. But and like Phil said, you're from Chicago, Midwest, nice people out there. We're from New York, New Jersey. You're like, all right, what's the catch? So for all those people and my buddies in the Bronx and New York saying, hey, what's the catch, lady? Do I have to set up a store and hand out flyers to everybody walking by that, hey, I'm a travel agent? What's the catch?
There absolutely is. What's the catch? There's no catch. So as I mentioned before, I own a travel agency franchise, but you know what? I'm not interested in booking your travel. So this is not the, hey, travel with Melinda and let me book your travel to, I'm not interested in doing that. I am trying to help people be able to understand go travel the world. You already want to do it. You already think that you can't afford to because you're going on those booking engines and you're seeing what the price is to go all the places that you want to go. Well, I'm here to tell you that being on the inside of the industry, you could do it. You could do it.
I know people that travel at least 3 to 4 times a year. Sometimes people travel more than that,
Yeah.
And so cost, I mean, for some people, calculating the cost of air travel is huge. And they have to do it, So maybe we should have some people like that talk to you.
Absolutely. Those are definitely people that should have a conversation with me. And I just want to be completely transparent. We, unfortunately, are sitting here crying with everybody else when it comes to booking flights because airlines keep all those perks for their employees. I don't happen to work for an airline. I was entertaining the idea of working part-time just so that I could have the flight perks, but I don't want to do that.
Those are, I know a guy whose wife works in the airline industry and it's like, hey, what's new? He goes, oh yeah, I went to Colombia for the weekend. I'm like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
I spent the weekend in Colombia and flew back. Like, oh, yeah. Okay. Now here's a question. Someone like that.
Do you just love that? Do you just love that?
Yeah. Here's my question. Someone
man.
that has we're on that weird delay again.
Oh yeah, where did you just go? Went to Jamaica, sat on the beach,
Caught a flight back. So let me ask you one question. Someone like that who's able to just get on a plane and go wherever they want.
That's a great life to live.
Can you help them with once they get there? Because you can travel for free, basically. Absolutely. But once you get there, you got to stay in a hotel. You got to stay somewhere.
Exactly. And so to that point, there are ways, if you're going to go somewhere, what I do as a travel agent, my business looks like other people's vacations. So one of the benefits that I get a chance to do when I go to, if I'm going to go to Jamaica, like you use that as an example, then I got to stay somewhere when I go, okay, I'm flying there for free. Well, that airline is not giving me free, accommodations, right? So I got to go stay somewhere. Well, I could go while I'm there as a travel agent and go do a site visit at a resort. So let me go and see, the different resorts that are there. Let me go and as an agent, when we do site visits, we get to go on the property, get tours of the property. I get to see all the different room classes they have. I can go and inspect everything. Go in the kitchen and talk to the chef and see what it is that they're doing and all the different things that they offer for clients. So these are the things that I get a chance to do as a late traveler. you're not walking up to the front desk and say, "Hey, I want your manager to take me tour of the property. I want to see all the stuff and things." Right? They'll be like, "Okay, we'll put you on a list." Right? We'll go call
security.
So yeah, so you don't have the ability to do the things that I can do.
Now wait,
So
I'm not a CPA, but I'm looking at this is part of my work. I have to travel and talk to hotel managers.
Right.
Can I write this off on my taxes as a a useful use of my business expense?
I would, because this is my asterisk for my disclaimer. I am not a tax professional.
Right.
However,
let me ask.
Travel is my business, and that is what I do. Therefore, yes, these are business expenses that I have, because I have to go and tour properties. That's what I have to do, because
taste the food, all of that stuff.
What, I'm sorry?
I said you have to go to the properties. You have to taste the food to make sure the food is up to the pool. Make sure that the pool temperature is up to standards. You wouldn't want a too cold of a pool. Make sure the margaritas are just right. It's good.
All the mocktails,
the chlorine in the pool, the chlorine in the pool.
This is a tough job.
You got to check and see if the hot rock massage on the beach at sunrise is all that they say it is. That's part of what it is that I have to do. Because when I come home, I got to tell my client, hey, you know what? I was just in Jamaica at the XYZ resort, and these are all the things that you can do there. You need to go. I can blog about it. I can review it. I can do all those things. Now, that's my business. That's what I do.
So Phil, I won't be on.
You want to make sure that the guy they have on the photo doing the massages is as handsome as he is on the pamphlet.
Right,
so
right.
See, Julio right there. Julio right there is really Julio. Y'all need to go see Julio.
Oh my God.
So Phil, I'm not going to be on next week's show. I'm going to be in Barbados, checking out my new travel, places to go. So I'll be back next Wednesday and recommend that. And then I'll be missing the Wednesday after that because I'll probably be in Greece checking out hotels and pools.
Oh, hey, why do you always try to steal my dreams, Oscar? Why you try to steal my dreams?
I got an idea. We will alternate every other week. I'll do focus on you one week. You do focus on, and then we'll meet back and see who had a better,
Okay,
work.
I love that idea. Okay, all right. That is so cool, Melinda. So what's up with that box beside you?
I was just going to ask that.
What's up with that?
Let's see if she can point to it correctly.
Okay, so this box, this QR code will take you to my landing page. If you want to learn more about what it is that I'm talking about, and I would love to offer you a free $200 hotel savings card so you can learn more about travel as well. Travel and have a great time at different locations. So for anyone on this, coming from this show, you go there. Oh, let me make sure I get the right direction again. If you go there and register, then I'm going to give you a $200 hotel savings card. This landing page will provide you with some information, more about what it is that I do. And not only with you as an individual, if you're in a business and there's a travel component to the business that you have already, just using that as an example, if you're a coach who does workshops or retreats and you've got clients coming in from other places, well, hopefully you're nice enough to put a group block of rooms together for them already. But you know what? There's commission in those rooms that you're missing. And so why wouldn't you take advantage of that? In addition to being able to travel better yourself, take advantage of the income that you're missing in booking those hotel rooms for your clients on your primary business. You're in that coaching community. You could offer that same thing to those other coaches, and guess what? You can earn 10% out of the commissions that they're earning, and you haven't changed your focus on your primary, coaching business. So I just teach people how, you can add a travel component to anything it is that you do, on top of being able to travel better for less yourself.
I got a question, because a lot of people are using Airbnbs.
Yes.
How does Airbnb fit into what you do? Can you get discounts on Airbnb also, or the flight to where you're going to the Airbnb, or is there a combination of things like that?
Okay, so thank you for asking that question. So Airbnb is just a brand name of a vacation rental. Okay.
Right.
So Airbnb is unregulated and it's kind of the wild, wild west. So we do not, as an agency, have any affiliation with them at all. However, if you've heard of Vrbo, we have access to Vrbo via one of our travel partners, but there are tons of vacation rental companies out there. So as an agent, I have access to things that lay travelers don't have access to. There are lots of vendors who only sell through travel agents. So there's a whole world of travel opportunities that lay travelers don't know anything about when they're booking their own travel.
So you're saying, yeah, there's Airbnb, but it's unregulated.
Unregulated.
You're on your own there, but there is structured, regulated Airbnb type of vacation rentals.
Yes.
That you can also use to get a discount on.
Well, of those, if you think about what they are, a vacation rental is basically someone owns a property that they make available to the public, right? So those individuals don't care anything about me being a travel agent. So in those situations, I'm going to earn commission when I book those. I'm not going to get a discount because you know what, Oscar, if you own something, if you're going to sell it, you're going to sell it at whatever price.
Top dollar. Yeah.
You're not going to say, oh, you're a travel agent. You don't care anything about me being a travel agent. So you're not going to give me a discounted price, but I'll be able to earn a commission on that. And there are lots of companies like that out there and available. And even when you go on a booking engine, one of those thousands that you are very familiar with, first of all, one of the big companies owns 80 to 85% of all of those booking engines that you are using. So when you're out of the 10 tabs that you open, they own probably 8 or 9 of them, just so you know. And I promise you, in my example, they are not going to put, that $800 window difference that we were talking about in that one trip. I guarantee you, one of them did not have that $800. So there's that. But there is so much more travel out there that I have access to that you don't have access to on using those booking engines. So we're able as agents to help people really save money. So wherever it is that you want to go, then there are ways to learn about that, use the best vendor for that, and to help you to be able to save on that trip. And to be able to even make payments on it. When you go to those booking engines, you're paying for that full deal up front, right? Where with vendors going through a travel agent, well, I mean, obviously, if you're booking something for next weekend, there's not an installment plan that you could access to that. But we have a lot of opportunities to be able to help people travel better and for less, even from a booking standpoint, booking consumers. So if you decided, hey, I want to be a full service travel agent, you can. And with the things that we sell, it's not just your planes, trains, automobiles, cruises, resorts, all the things that you think of as travel, but we sell theater tickets, concert tickets. So if it's Broadway shows or Vegas shows, I sell all of that. If it's sporting events, if you want to go to the Super Bowl and take your group of buddies, then as an agent, not only can I sell you, your accommodations, your flight there, or your cars, all of those things, but I can sell you those tickets. And even from the inside of the industry, I may not get a discount on my ticket, but you better believe that there's commission built into that. So why wouldn't I buy it from myself? If I'm going to go with my group of friends, then I can put together that whole thing and make money on the tickets and make money on the whole experience. So if you're already doing it, it just makes sense.
So as nuts and bolts, if I become an agent and I only use it to book my own flights, it's a bonus.
If it's just flights, I mean, if all
I'm sorry, but book my own vacation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there's a window that I could do that.
Absolutely. As I said, there are no quotas. In the last 7.5 years that I've been in the business, I've helped people get into the industry who just want to book their own travel. So they're making the commission on their own travel if they have to pay retail price. And if they don't, then they're saving. But they got into the business just for their own travel.
So now, if I get into business just for my own travel, and then I text my friends, and if you're planning to go anywhere from today forward, check with me to see if I can get you a better price, period. I can do that.
Absolutely.
And then anyone that books,
That
if
works.
you really like that, recommend me to a friend.
Right. Now, see, what you've just done is become a travel agent. But what I would tell you to do is first see if they want to be an agent, because just in my example, would you say, hey, I have the ability to pay $357, but you know what? If you want to go to Punta Cana, let me know and I'll sell it to you for $1,200. No, you wouldn't do that. Otherwise, you'd be that guy that nobody likes, right? You'd be that
guy that nobody likes.
Okay, well, but maybe they'll like you more. They'll might like you more if you can help them to get in the business. That's generally what happened with me and my family. We love to travel, so why would I sell them retail price travel instead of tell them, hey, guess what? We can all travel. We can all go for $357. Or if you don't want to do that, okay, if you want to pay retail price, I'll sell it to you.
We're both going to the same place. I'm getting there cheaper.
Exactly.
Right, so we're gonna have a little break, and then we're gonna come back with Melinda. She's gonna tell us how we can reach her, and also what's her favorite superhero.
And she can tell us, after COVID and where everybody's doing revenge travel, this is the time.
This is the time. This is the time. Here we go, guys.
Cancer, 16 rounds of chemotherapy, multiple surgeries, feeling alone, feeling isolated. Those are the things that I felt while I was going through cancer. Those are the things that someone is feeling today. One Tough Cookie is here to help.
All right, and we are back with Melinda Brown, our favorite travel business person. So, Melinda, tell us a little bit about how to reach you for those who are listening to us on audio.
Absolutely. You can go to travelwithmelinda.com and learn more information about what it is that I do and be able to also get your own $200 hotel savings card available to you from me.
Nice.
And then you can also call me at 847-250-7394.
All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Melinda, this was a great show. And it's all because of you. We are just facilitators, but you made it happen. Thank you so much. Oscar, any final words?
I'll see you in Bermuda.
I will see you in Bermuda. All right. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.